Alright, so this will be the fourth video. I know it's been forever since my last post, but unfortunately I was out of town. Actually, I was out of the country for work for a couple weeks, and I've been back in for probably a few days now, but I just needed some rest time, and actually was busy with my daughter as well. So I just got back in here today, and basically I'd picked up the wheels the other day, so I just got those put on and then lowered the bike. So basically I took about 1.5 inches out of the rear. It was actually about 1/2 inch, but I think that these may have been like shorter shocks to start with. For some reason it sounded like 1 inch lower than maybe I remember them sitting. So, and then total was about 5 inches out of the front end. So I used a 4-under fork tube and then dropped out about 1 inch on the front. So that pretty much took up a good part of the day, half the day. I would say that the rear end is kind of a pain in the ass. You almost have to dismantle the whole shock to actually lower those shocks and replace the stem in those. But anyway, the front end doesn't take much time at all. So it was about probably a half a day, and other than that I haven't really got much else. I had to remount the swing arm, get all the shocks bolted back up, put the wheels back on, just because I wanted, I had to make sure I got the height correct and everything. So it's pretty much all I did today. You can see the blanket. This is pretty much what's going back on the bike. Doesn't look like a lot because there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be made. The tank and the fender are also not on here, so those would be the big sheet metal pieces that are missing. But this is basically everything that's going to be going back onto the bike. Everything that's over here is still for sale, and there's a couple things I need to kind of scavenge out of there. But let's see, the headlight, kind of want to show that. I've had it on there for probably the last videos, but really cool headlight. I actually got this from a private seller. I've had some people asking me already that have come over to the house, and I just got this from a private seller. I know they're really, really expensive, and I did pay quite a bit from it. I just got the bucket and the grill, so I had to figure out all the electrical and get the bulb, do all the rubber, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I really like this, and I've been wanting one like this for a while. They're just really expensive, so I was able to do this one, and it was still expensive, but it wasn't as much as it could have been. And then the taillight I actually got a really great deal on. I've had this one for a while sitting around the garage, and it kind of has that same look. The taillights seem to be easier to find, or the brake lights, taillights, for a better price, and whatever. But that'll be powder coated as well to kind of mirror the front one. And then the signals are just these little tiny billets or bullet ones you won't even really see. They'll be low like the last bike. And that's pretty much where I'm at. Like I said, I didn't really get a whole lot done today. That's the rear end lowering took quite a bit more time than I expected, and then it's just time consuming, doing the swing arm and that. The wheels throw back on real fast. The front end's really easy, like I said, but the rear shocks are kind of a pain in the ass. Ow. Anyway, I will post another video probably pretty soon here. I should have some time, not tomorrow, but the next day. Hopefully, actually, I don't even know, but in the next couple days. So I'll probably have another video in the next 4 or 5 days, hopefully. But anyway, these were the same wheels that I used on the last bike. I just did gloss black, so I'll be doing a lot more gloss than the flat on this one. I'm actually thinking this is kind of a semi. This is the color that I usually do, and I think I'll probably have this repowder coated if we can, if my guy can mimic this with wiping that, which I don't think will be a problem because I want him to do it to the taillight as well. And anyway, getting way ahead of myself, but I will post the next video as soon as possible.